What's up guys, Updroid. This is just an overview of the new ParaTek version 8. Now this version has basically a whole bunch of features, so this video series will break all that down. There'll basically be different videos for different modes that this thing can do because there's way too much to talk about. So this is just a general overview of one of the major features of this device and what it's capable of and stuff like that. It's just a general overview at the minute. We'll go into depth later in more videos and basically show you every single mode and what it can do and stuff like that in later videos. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, basically just going to talk about this. So it's currently in sensor hub mode. This mode is on the main menu, so you just basically select it. What that does is it puts into sensor hub mode. As we can see here, we have 6 different zones. That basically means we can connect 6 different sensor modules. This module has the same sensors what this does, except it doesn't have static EMF. So it has the vibration, it has the temperature and humidity. Every time one of those sensors are triggered, it will then send an Oracle ParaTek message. You know, the ParaTek Oracle mode. It'll send one of those messages to the hub. So when you're in this mode, it also broadcasts its own web address, its own private network. So you basically just connect to the private network. It's called ParaTek Hub. In the Wi-Fi settings, so just on any device that has a Wi-Fi connection and a browser, you can basically connect to this address. So I'm currently using on a PC because I'm here. As we see, that just went off, and the box, basically whatever sensor was triggered, the box will glow up red. It will then give you the message down here what set it off. There was an EMF spike earlier and the rest are all vibration. It's detecting vibration because I've got the 3D printer going. It detects very, very subtle vibration, so if I basically just tap it, it sets it off. It also has the EMF static meter in here, so let me generate some static. Put it in here, it should glow red, like so. It'll tell you up here the time it was is set off. It tells you what sensor set it off. It also tells you the current temperature, humidity and battery. Every zone will also have its own battery level indicator, so you can keep an eye on things. It will give you the total. This is the total number of events, and when a sensor is connected, it will give you the individual events as well. So I'm going to turn this sensor on and show you how it works. So once you're in the sensor hub mode, you simply turn on any available sensors that you have. Give it a little minute, it will connect. It automatically connects, you don't have to do anything, and that is it connected now. We'll then see a name. That gives you the name of the sensor. This is a vibration sensor. All of the sensors will come with temperature, humidity as stock, and then you can pick a different type of sensor that you want in it. So it could be EMF static, it could be passive infrared, it could be vibration, it could be microwave motion, it could be whatever the hell you want. It doesn't really matter. These are designed to be expandable, so you can have up to 6 different sensors. They'll then populate this page here, and then you'll then be able to see them on here. So that one's I've set off for the vibration, and you'll see it came through as vibration. It will give you the zone, the temperature, humidity, and basically all the information you need. It also gives you an Oracle reference. Each one of these sensor devices also has an Oracle mode in it, so every time it's triggered, it will then give you an Oracle message as well. These messages are very incoherent. They're designed to kind of structurally design a sort of sentence. So this thing's going daft because I've got the 3D printers actually causing vibration, so that's why we're seeing a lot of activity here. So when a temperature, humidity changes or vibration, EMF static, you're going to know about it, and it happens in every single zone. If you want to save the log, you have to do it before you exit the page. So after you're done with everything, it doesn't matter if you switch everything off, it still stores that log until you close the actual web page. So you can then save the log and open it. It saves it as a text file. This is very large for some reason. I'm going to have to make this smaller. Just hold on one moment. Make it smaller so we can read it. Should have done all this pre-video. There we go. That's the whole log here. So it basically gives you all this kind of information: what set off, what time it was at. The log text file also tells you at the top. It tells you when it was generated, what date it was, and what time it was that you generated the file. So all that information is there. It gives you the current readings for the temperature and humidity, the battery level it was at, so if there's like a sudden drop in battery, that would be strange as well. Now, just because there's a temperature and vibration alert or something like that, that doesn't mean to say it is paranormal in nature. It could well be, but yeah, it's just telling you that the temperature changed or the humidity changed or there was a vibration alert, something like that. That is all this device is doing, is basically monitoring these 7 zones, because you have your 6 zones and you have your main hub, which is another zone as well in itself. So you have all this information. I'm going to back out here because this is just going crazy with the thing. So yeah, so apart from that, it does a whole bunch of stuff. I'm basically just going to flick through and show you some of the settings. So we have the sensor hub mode, that is on the main menu. That is the mode we were just in. If you want to see that's the settings for the Wi-Fi. So if you want to connect to it, you have the settings here at hand. That's the broadcasting name for the Wi-Fi, and the password is just very simple, and it gives you the web address you visit on your smart device or computer, whatever. You just type in the IP address and it brings it up fairly easy, and that's basically that. In the settings menu, we have a few different settings. We have the generator setting, so you can either have auto or manual. Manual basically means you have to press the button to get it to generate, so you're probably best just leave it on auto. Auto as well, you can also interrupt the scanning by pressing the button as well. So we have text to speech or beep. That basically means you can have either a little beep sound or the text to speech voice. So when you're in one of the word modes, you can change it. We also have a color mode. This is specific to this model. So we have the cyan RGB, which is currently on. You can also have the LED ring cyan. So basically you have 2 different options for every color. So you have green, which the LED ring will go green, and you can have the green color TFT screen, or we can have the RGB color, so and still have the TFT colors, whatever you want. So that's basically coherent with all the colors. You can either have RGB colors or the theme color, and there's a bunch of different colors you can pick from. There's also a special unicorn one which changes the text font, and that's the cyan one with the color. I keep on there because that's the one I like. And RGB level, we have different brightness settings, so it's probably best just to keep on the medium level or the low level, unless you're in a very well lit place where you need a little bit brighter. But this will basically save battery power, so you can have it low. It's still fairly visible, You can have it off if you want to save the ultimate amount of power. Basically the LED alerts will still show, but it's just turning off the background color. That's the maximum brightness. And that's the medium. I just keep it on medium because it saves a little bit of power. Not much, but every little helps. And then you can save and exit from there. Let's go into the word modes. So I've now categorized the word modes and sensor modes. So each has their own specific menu. So we have the Oracle mode, Ouija mode, phoneme mode, yes no mode, 8-ball mode, and that's the back menu. We have the word mode and Oracle mode, and it just basically cycles through. You can quit at any point of this. You can just hold the button to back out. No, if you hold the button, it goes into the menu. Hold on a minute. I need to back out of here. There we go. And we have another mode called Sentry mode. The Sentry mode is very much like the hub mode, except it's not using the Wi-Fi or connected sensors, so you don't need the connected sensors. It's a standalone mode. I'll just quickly show you. So you enter that mode, go into it. Now, important, you don't want to be touching it when it's doing the calibration. So it's giving you 8 seconds to basically put it down. It'll then calibrate all the sensors, and now it's armed. It's going to detect EMF, temperature, humidity, and also vibration. Very, very super sensitive to vibration. Very, very minimal effort to make that go off. So that's just a little sort of sentry mode. Let me go into another one. So we have draw mode. Draw mode is very unique to this device. And we also have the Pedro mode. Pedro is a little like a little AI sort of emoji mode. It's dynamically changing his mood all the time. Also responds to vibration. He basically changes his mood and stuff like that based on vibration. That's detecting the vibration. I'm going to try and get him to be alerted to a massive shock. There we go. He'll basically be startled. And it also detects temperature, humidity changes. Let me just see if I can... That was something else, hold on. There we go, it detected a change in temperature. It's basically showing you it's hot, and when it drops, it'll basically go, it'll do that animation with a colder colour. And that's basically it. Dynamically changes his mood and basically responds to real-time events. So the mood changes dynamically is when he's in his idle state. It'll react to subtle changes in the sensor data. It's basically listening to the noise on the baseline, and obviously when it actually physically responds to something, he will physically respond to it as well. So he changes his little moods, his little expressions and stuff like that. It's like emoji mode, but it's like super, complicated compared to that. This is a little bit more advanced than your basic emoji modes. So that's that as well. That's just a little fun thing, little monitoring mode. So there are a bunch of different modes. As I said, this video is already 10 minutes long. I'm going to leave it there. The next video will be on a specific mode. We'll basically start off with the sensor modes, because these are built new to this device. The other modes are already in other different types of ParaTek, so you guys already know what they are. There are some refinements to those modes as well, which I'll talk about when we get to those videos. But basically the next segment will be about these sensor modes, what these sensor modes do and how you use them. Okay, so guys, I'm going to leave it there because I'm waffling on. I'm running out of things to talk about without over exaggerating what I'm trying to explain. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you want to see more of this device, follow on with the next video. It'll be about one of these sensor modes. Each segment will have a different mode which I'll talk about in depth, and hopefully keep it a little bit shorter that way. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye then now.